Hey Aerial Fam, it's Eunice, and this one is for those who are just starting aerial hoop. My first hoop lessons was the scariest thing I have ever done. But at that point, the hoop was so high and I had very little strength. It was spinning all over the place and it was just really scary. Without the technique, I also didn't know how to land myself safely on the hoop. My approach now is to bring the hoop a little bit lower, but also because I work in a low space, I don't have a lot of choice anyways. Focusing on building what I have before I take it to the next level and move it higher. That's why today I'm challenging you these 3 beginner ways that you can get into the hoop and share with your progress with the Aerial Fam. I always thought silks was way too hard for me because it feels like you need to be super strong. But last year I went on this retreat in Germany. It was in the mountains, have a giant tower, and I was doing it with a lot of people. So that really motivated me to explore it. It changes my mind about how fun it is. So this year I also booked another retreat that I'm going in September. This time is going to be sailing. I'm hanging my hoop up with my 1.5 meter strap. And the reason being that in my small apartment space, I find this height the easiest to start with. I like to have the hoop where my leg can directly hook on it. I can also remove this strap and directly hook my 1 point onto the rig itself, then that would give a much higher space. But I find that a bit more challenging because you need more upper body strength to mount onto the hoop. And if I use the longer strap, it's challenging also because then I would need to control the hoop from above because that would be more for the top bar tricks. So whenever I want to do like beginner tricks, I always pick a suitable height. So depending on your space, your length is going to be a bit different. I also prefer single point hoop. I don't really have a particular reason for it. I'm just used to it. You can also use 2 points. Hook the leg. Grab my cookie. I'm spinning my right leg out and I can feel my butt really squeezing it to activate this movement. And then just lean the body following the leg. Staring at my knee or whatever makes you feel safe. It can be the hoop, can be your arm. Slowly lift off. You can arch a little bit for a beautiful pose. So you don't have to do anything, it's already like, oh, beautiful. And then I thought I'm gonna do something a little bit different and bring this leg forward to kind of like wrapping it together. And then now pulling myself up, but also pressing my leg down to help this pulling. So you can come here. Now you're kind of sitting here. And the next I do is to sit back a bit so I can bring this leg in. And to really sit here. Now grab tight so I can lift myself off the hoop and slowly come down. Continue to spin with the leg if you want. Just feel the spin and movement. You can also hook your left leg and do the exact same thing, because we have to remember to practice both sides. I think the major difference between hoop and hammock is the feeling how you're allowed to move in the air. Hammock is really soft, it wraps around you however you like. You just have to be careful to not wrap around the wrong thing so you don't strangle yourself accidentally. And with the hoop, it's this metal, very tough, very sturdy, very secure. It is always there. It's not like the hammock where you kind of have to imagine where it is and grab it. So you have this different feeling. In the hammock, I can kind of cheat to not work on my upper body strength because I can just use my leg to kick down to pretend I can do this movement. This is why I continue to cross train. If you check out my earlier videos, you can see I wasn't so good at spinning with the hammock. I wasn't too good at getting into the hoop because of my lack of strength, but it helps me to understand how to feel very grounded in spinning. Then by the time I go back to hammock, you can see that I was really improving. I had this newfound strength. Some of my friends also decided that they like hoop more after they started it and rarely practice hammock now. And for me, I love them both. So let me show you what I just did. First, I'm coming down because I want to focus on doing a straddle. I'm grabbing my hoop like this to lift yourself up. And while you're lifting yourself up, bring your hip up. So it's like two motions together. Lift, keeping your shoulder as tight and strong as possible. Took me about 3 months to finally do my straddle, so don't worry if you're not there yet, but you can still try this mount. But if you can, here's how you do it. Lift, straighten the legs, and then you can bring the knees in. If you're not spinning, you can slowly start to spin like this. Make sure they're pressing as hard as possible. So if you feel like it's secure, you can let your hands go, but if not, don't. Then climb up. Remember, still pressing them down so you're safe. Up until here, when your hands are high enough, I can straighten this leg so I can press myself up with my ab. The third one, it's a challenge, especially if you are very new to hoop. You might want to save this for later. On my waist, don't know if you can see it, so that I can lean down. And when I'm leaning down, I'm not lifting my leg or butt up because I want to fold myself on the hoop. It's a little bit under the stomach. Oh yeah, I noticed once I'm on it, my hip bone, it's a bit above the hoop now. So yeah, just find the position where you feel comfortable. Go ahead. And then here you can play around with your hands, your legs a little bit. Kick the cat away. Go away. Spin as slow, as fast as you can, if you can grab the floor. And then, gonna grab one side of the hoop. First with the leg. I am pointing it to this direction, so that it can kind of lock itself on the hoop. Then this hand can travel up to grab from this side for a pose like this. This might be a little bit challenging, so be really, really careful. So that you have this. Can come and bring myself to here. Before I sit on the hoop, I'm gonna make another arm waving movement. Then again, come back to sit. These are a few ways to get into the hoop for today. A quick shout out for those who joined the last photo challenge with these beautiful pictures. It's really great to see them, and I find them very motivating to see everybody's progress, and I hope that also helped you out too. Record your progress and share with me however you like, so I can include in the next video to share with the Aerial fam. If you have other methods to get into the hoop that you would like to challenge me, please tag me and let me know, so I will try it out also in the next video. I know that some of you are looking into getting a hoop and not sure what to get. I got this from aerialhoops.uk, and you can see it in that video as well. And it was already taped when I got this because I just prefer a tape hoop much more than an untape hoop, since I don't have a lot of grip strength, especially at the beginning. It helps me to feel more stable because I'm able to grip it much stronger. I don't have to worry about sweating or slipping off the hoop. So yeah, just do some research, and if you have more questions, we can chat below.